Okay, we're going to take a look at some list magic here. A lot of people aren't aware of the big plus sign that you get at the top of some people listings. And we do have a technical word that we call a list, and it's different from the listings that you see in various reports. We'll go into that just a little bit. But right now, we have an event that we want to, we've got several RSVPs for this event. You'll see I'm in the dashboard for the RBR sponsored ticket South Carolina Tea Party Convention Dr. Carson as speaker event. Um, we have 100 RSVPs for this, so let's go look at our RSVPs. I'm currently in the dashboard for this event. I'm going to click on event settings, and then I'm going to click on RSVPs. And this shows us everybody who has RSVP'd for this event. We have 100 people who have RSVP'd. Now our list is actually going to be smaller than that because you see here we have Suzanne Alexander has RSVP'd for plus 2 guests. This person down here has RSVP'd for plus 9 guests. Probably want to give that person a phone call or a special email. We're giving away $40 tickets here. That is a valuable resource. So if somebody's RSVPing for plus 9, we should probably make sure they really are bringing that many people before we spend $400 to get that person into the event. Anyway, what I want to draw your attention to is this plus and minus sign here. Now, a lot of people call this a list, but in Nation Builder, this is not a list. We actually have something technical that's called a list, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. So I want to add all of these people. Now, in this case, I have one email address for these 3 people. In this case, I have one email address for these 10 people. So I'm not going to end up with 100 people on my list, but I'm going to click this big plus sign here, and you see when I hover over that plus sign, it says add all to list. So I can either add to an existing list if I want to email everybody from several events. I can just go to all these different RSVP lists for several events, click the plus sign, and add people from several different events to a list. In this case, I'm going to create a new list, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm clicking the plus sign now, and I'm going to go down here to create list. And I'm just going to call this SCT for South Carolina tickets, and I'm going to create the list. Be careful about using spaces or dashes in list names. Spaces and dashes will be converted to underscores. So I avoid those entirely myself. That way, if I go looking for a list I've created and I used a space, I'll have to search for that using an underscore instead of a space. So now I'm going to go up here and type in the same list name, SCT. It finds the list for me. So I'm just going to add all these people to the SCT list. And there it tells me up at the top, people were added to SCT. I can click that X to dismiss that. The minus sign, let's say I had a big list of 1,000 people, and I want to take everybody that's on this listing and delete them from that big list of 1,000 people. Then I would use the minus sign to do that. And if you think about it, you're going to find that that's very, very useful to us. For instance, if I email these people today, and in a week I want to email everybody who is RSVP'd again, I could tag all these people now, and then later on come back and delete the people on that listing from this list, so I don't email everybody twice. That's kind of an advanced technique. You don't need to worry about it. It's perfectly okay to email people twice, but sometimes you do need the capability to list out people like this and then delete them as opposed to add them to a list. So I said that we wanted to, pardon me, I said that we wanted to add all the email all these people. So what I'll do is I'll go into communications, and I'm going to send this on behalf of Chris Horn. So I'm just going to go Control F, and I'm going to search for Chris Horn. I'm just going to search on her last name, and it goes straight to her name, straight to her broadcaster. So I'm going to go into her broadcaster. I'm going to go into email, and I'm going to click New Blast, I'm going to give it a slug. Might as well give it the same slug. It's going to go to. Now here's where you do not want to send to all. Only a few people on the system. Vernon, for instance, Vernon Robinson, our national director, are allowed to send to all. So never ever do this. First thing you do when you come in is say you want to send to a list, and then choose a list of people. So I'm going to type in SCT. I'm going to choose the SET list. I'm going to click Save Recipients. And then as a double check, it's going to tell me over here how many people it's actually emailing to. It's going to list them out. Oops. That does happen sometimes. Let's just go back to that broadcaster. Go back to her dashboard. Go back to the email. Let's see if it did create the email, so we can recover from these mistakes. Going back into recipients to see if it got my. Okay, we're temporarily stopped here, so I'll stop the video and we'll get this resolved. But the main thing was showing you about list magic and how to add people to a list, and we will get this email problem straightened out video. Thanks for watching.